This is the Kia EV6 and now I'm gonna tell you why you should buy this car, but why I wouldn't. The reasons why you should buy this car. First of all, it drives amazing. Steering is great, suspension is great, the power is great. Even on the rear wheel drive, it's still enough power. And it's stable. Driving it is a lot of fun and I love it. The charging, we have an 800 volt battery system here and the peak is 235 kilowatt, which is amazing. Charging from 10 to 80% in 18 minutes is doable. So what Kia is advertising is totally correct. So charging for a long distance trip is just amazing. At home with 11 kilowatt, it's still fine. You get enough range. Yes, it's not as much range as other cars with battery size like this, but it's still enough to get to the next charger onto your destination, and it charges just so amazingly. Even when you plug in at 50%, you still get around 200 kilowatt. Amazing. Regenerative braking, it's just amazing. Even with the rear wheel drive, you get amazing regen that you can adjust with your pedal shifters nicely from zero, so coasting, to strong, and then even to I-pedal, where it stops the car, and you have very strong regen, so one pedal driving is no problem. The features that the car gives you. You have a lot of settings that you can adjust. You have a great instrument cluster cockpit that shows you all the info and how much power you're using, the torque in sport mode. You have a view of your instant consumption right now for motor, for battery care, climate and electronics. 360-degree camera, which also has a view here in the front and the rear, so you don't curb it on the side when you're parking. Amazing. And the buttons. Of course, there's always the 50-50 people who like buttons and the others who don't. I love the buttons. It's amazing that I have a button for everything that I need. If I need the climate, it's right there. If I need the seat heating, it's right there. Seat ventilation, auto hold, parking sensors. There's a button for everything, so I don't have to go into a menu and maybe to another menu, everything. The same for lane assist. Just on the steering wheel, you hold the button and lane assist is off. And you never have to go into a menu for something that you can turn on or off. Oh. But now the reasons why I personally would not buy this car. Again, it's amazing. It has a great features and everything what I just said. But for me, there are a few things that I can't deal with. And it's number one is the jerkiness. When you change your regen settings, it jerks around. When you change your drive mode, it jerks around. When you are changing the speed of your cruise control, it does it very jerky, not very smooth. Even when you drive in eco, even when you go into settings and set that response time is high or low, or how much power it uses when there's a speed change, it doesn't matter, it's always a bit jerky. When you accelerate to something, to speed, and then put in cruise control, or when you have 130 on your cruise control, you speed up to that 130 and let the power go. It slows down a bit and then accelerates a bit to that 130. All of it is unsmooth, and I use adaptive cruise control all the time when I drive, and I don't like it. And the jerkiness, like I said, with switching around, no. Regen, yes, regen in level 3 is amazing, and it remembers that and it stays in there. It's awesome. But if you are someone who prefers I-pedal all the time or no regen at all, it doesn't let you have that. Every time you start the car, it's in regen level 1, 2 or 3. It's not in 0, and it's never in I-pedal. And when you want to use I-pedal, so the one pedal driving, it gives you a beep like it's a warning, like it's something negative. You shouldn't do that, or like you have turned on ESC, like there's a safety problem right now. And it would be okay if I press it once and it doesn't beep. I would be okay with that, but it has to beep. When you turn it off, it beeps. And the worst thing is when you use cruise control, it doesn't use I-pedal, or it does its own thing or whatever, I don't know. But when you have I-pedal on and you turn cruise control on, it beeps. Like I-pedal is now off, and when you turn cruise control off, I don't know, you have to brake because there's a car slowing down extremely and you don't trust the adaptive cruise control, you want to do it yourself. It beeps again because I-pedal is then on, and that's annoying. And the last thing is the beeping. Hyundai and Kia the cars like to beep, and for everything. You've seen it in all my videos. You get into the car or not, have not your seatbelt on when you turn on the car, but you will put on that seatbelt. It's not that you will not have the seatbelt on. There's a warning anyways if you don't have your seatbelt on and you drive, but you don't have a seatbelt on when you press on power, then it beeps 5 times at you. Like I said, iPedal beeps. When you're charging and it shows you the charging power and how much time it needs to charge to 80 or 100%, it beeps. Why does it beep when it shows you that? I don't get it. When the power is on, so ignition, and you get out of the car and close the door, I get that it's beeping then. It's a long beep because you have the ignition on. Other cars don't even let you have the ignition on when you get out of the car, so I'm okay with that. The same with the trunk. You get near the trunk, it beeps, because I just learned that in the Kia EV6 you don't have the gesture control with your foot. It just knows that you are with the key behind the door, behind the trunk. It waits for 3 seconds and beeps a few times, and it knows you want the trunk to be open. No need for the foot, but it takes a bit longer, but beep, beep, beep. Also, the trunk beeps when you open it or close it, and not when you're not. I get it with other cars, when you open it, when you're in the car, of course it has to beep if there's someone there. But even if I'm standing here and I open it, it has to beep twice. And when I close it and I'm here also. But the closing I get, so nobody has his hands in. But when I'm just opening and I'm right here, I don't get it. I'm editing a video and I thought of another thing. The reverse beep, when you have the car in reverse, it beeps like a truck who's backing up. So of course everyone is different, everyone likes something more or less, or is annoyed by it more or less. And the things that I'm annoyed with this car make me not want to buy it. For 2 weeks, or with the all-wheel drive another 2 weeks, I had it for 4 weeks, and it's okay to drive, it's nice, but as a always driver, it's especially the beeping. And the uncomfortableness that I said before, the jerkiness, it's not for me, but it can still be for you. Not everyone has to have my opinion. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.